Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Cody the Coin Raptor, and welcome to my channel. I'm here to do some crypto chart TA with you and take a look at some on-chain analytics. All right, starting with our Bitcoin chart. So Bitcoin, we had a huge whale sell go on this morning, earlier this morning. We have I've zoomed the chart in all the way to the 1 minute. We can actually see what happened here. So we had about 90 or so Bitcoin sold here, then 5 Bitcoin sold, and then 131 Bitcoin sold. So a little over 200 Bitcoin was sold in the span of about 3 minutes or so. And so this completely tanked the price. It was from 18,900 all the way down to about 18,600 or so. And then from there, the Bitcoin price rallied strongly to finish the day off. And it rallied largely because the stock market was up, and so buyers were pushing the price higher. It was moving in correlation with the Nasdaq and the S&P 500. So now it's back up again past this point at about 160 or so. Now, what's important to note about this is the fact that it's mostly been sideways. We've seen a lot of choppiness in the Bitcoin charts recently. We've seen this huge kind of sort of a similar pattern here. We have a massive sell-off followed by a massive rebound, and then it returning back again to the mean here. And so one thing we've seen time and time again is that Bitcoin has been chopping sideways, and you can kind of make out the whales, the big old whale moves, and how they impact the market. And so, you have whale selling here, whale buying here, whale selling here, and then buying over here. And right now, it's very strange to look at this and try to make sense of it. But we have whales manipulating the system. We zoom out, we take a look at the daily. It helps us kind of avoid some of the noise, because there's a lot of noise in the price right now. However, with the current Bitcoin price, we are still in this descending triangle. I'm going to go ahead and put it back up again, right? We have the support level right here at about 18,950, and we have the ultimate support, and then we have the descending angle here. So when we zoom in a little bit, we can see that once again, due to those whales, we wicked right through this support level. So I don't really expect that this support level is going to last that much longer. We've seen multiple wicks heading through that level, and I think it's only a matter of time. Now, it's Friday, we're heading into the weekend. We're probably going to wind up seeing more selling as the weekend goes on, because, as I've said before multiple times on this channel, the weekends are for selling. Now, we've had 3 solid days here of selling activity, followed by one green day, and that's today. So usually we're gonna probably wind up seeing, like with the rest of the weekends, a slow fade of the Bitcoin price. It's gonna come back over here and test 8,952 again, and then it's gonna come back down here. I still think it's coming back down to 18,425. And that is where I will be very excited to buy and add to my Bitcoin long position. Now, if we take a look at the funding rate, we can see here that the longs mostly been dominant. We've seen some pretty major capitulation happen all the way here, judging by the funding rate. The funding rate went all the way down here to a point. Longs had capitulated, and then you see it right here at about this point. You see a flip, and then the shorts became dominant for just a brief amount of time, and then the longs took back over again. So you can see that the longs bought up this candle right here that the whale sold. That Bitcoin was immediately bought and pushed the price higher after that point. Now, longs are still dominant in Bitcoin right now, but I don't think it's going to last for much longer. Okay, if we actually take a look at the I want to show you guys the Bitcoin exchange reserve. Okay, so I want to transition here from looking at the short term, in which we've been talking about this descending triangle, right? And I want to go ahead and make sure we draw a distinction between the short term here, this descending triangle, and we take a look at the long term history of Bitcoin, right? If we look at the long term of what we call the exchange reserve, and that's basically the number of Bitcoins in the exchange, we can see that that's actually come down here to an all-time low. All right, so And then if you also take a look at the Bitcoin wallet sizes that are greater than 1 Bitcoin, that's also been increasing rapidly. It's now over 900,000. And as the Bitcoin price plunges, it makes it much easier for users to go in and get a full Bitcoin. So you may be asking yourself, well, okay, so the exchange numbers are actually down, which means there's not a lot of Bitcoin on the exchanges, right? And then we have an increased amount of Bitcoin in the wallet sizes. So why is it that we keep seeing the price move down and move down and move down? And so that's why I think it's important to draw a difference between the short-term price action on Bitcoin and Bitcoin's long-term future. Because again, if we stop and we zoom out of this point and we take a look at the long term, I have the monthly scale up here, we can see that it's all up. It's still on an uptrend, right? And that's kind of what we see here with the wallet sizes. That's what we see here with the exchange reserve. So as the exchange reserve moves down, Bitcoin basically becomes more scarce on the exchanges, right? So it's just important to differentiate between the short term, when we do chart TA here, like this descending triangle that I'm talking about, that we use in hourly and daily, and then these wallet sizes and the exchange, in which we're talking about years of Bitcoin progress. And I'm still very bullish on Bitcoin in the long term. The short term, however, is going to be much more difficult. All right. Okay, so let's talk about Ethereum as well. So Ethereum also had a similar move. It's really strange and eerie to me how oftentimes you'll see the same exact moves play out between Bitcoin and Ethereum in most of the crypto market. But Ethereum is still stuck in the sideways channel. It has not changed. It has not actually gone through that level like Bitcoin has. It will probably come back to this level. I still think that's going to be the case. We take a look at the RSI. RSI for Ethereum is still a little overbought. It's at about 57 or so, and it's trending towards overbought status here at about 70 or so. So I think it's going to wind up coming back down again. And we've seen from the volume profile and the volume here that we've had that one strong spike of volume and then a fade throughout the day. So in this case for Ethereum, it looks like a lot of the traders and investors just turned their screens off. They looked at something else. They stopped paying attention to crypto for a while, and they just went to go do something else. They were not interested in watching or trading Ethereum in this case, because we have such a huge downwards move here in the volume. So again, I think Ethereum's still going to come back down here to 1238 and then break through that level just like we did over here at about on the 13th of October. Now for your Binance coin, we've talked about in the last couple of days. It came down here. It made another move under this level here. So this support has been pretty badly destroyed. I think I'm going to go ahead and remove this support level here because it's becoming less and less relevant. So the next support level we have here is this 260 level. And this 260 level is a level that we are most likely going to break through in the coming days, in the coming weeks. We have a massive amount of things going on next week and the week after that. And I'm going to be actually putting that out in a separate video of how many crypto-related events we're going to be seeing in the next couple of weeks. And many of those events have the potential to be very negative for the crypto price. Now, it could also be very positive as well for the crypto price, if depending on the kind of news we get with the Fed and how they're going to raise rates or how high they're going to raise rates, and earnings next week. All that plays a factor. But right now, I'm still remaining very patient right now as I contemplate when I'm going to be adding to my positions, because I would really like to get Bitcoin under this, let's say, about 18,500 level, close to the support here at 400, and then Ethereum down here again below 1240 in that region or so. I have not bought any Binance coin yet, but I am very interested in Binance coin, and the ecosystem that Binance has put together I think is very impressive. All right. But that's all I've got for you guys today. If you like this content, let me know, like, subscribe, and also leave a comment. I appreciate that. Follow me on Twitter for the most up-to-date information and chart TA. This is Cody the Coin Raptor, signing out.